What's going on, y'all? This is Rashad from Surreal.com, and we are back with another Heatpress tutorial. And today we're going to be doing one gray hoodie. Basically, in this video, I want to show you guys how to Heatpress a hoodie and how to use the Cricut cutter once again. Without further ado, let's not get too formal. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to show you the materials that I have, and then we're going to get started. So right now, using this Thermoflex 5-yard roll of heat transfer vinyl, black heat transfer vinyl. This is really good as well. The same as the white Thermoflex that I was using in my other video, but this is the black color. So we're gonna be using this, and then we also have our plain gray hoodie. This is a Gildan styled hoodie. Check the tags. Check the tag, man. Check the tag. And we about to get started. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna open up our Cricut design space right here. It's strictly for my Cricut users. So let's go ahead and load this up first. And we're gonna find the logos that we need for our project today. Okay, for some reason, it signed me out. But we good. Okay. So now that we are inside of our actual account, I need to find one of my logos. So I'm gonna go into my projects and just surf through. There we are. Wow. So I found my first logo that I need for this project. We're gonna load it in, and as you can see right here, if you look at my cursor, you want to put your logos on mirror mode. I can't stress this enough, because if you don't put it on mirror mode, when you cut it out, the actual design is going to be backwards when you peel it. You want your design to be intended the way it was created. So make sure you click on mirror mode right here. Now that we found, can you see me? Now that we found our logo, the next thing we need to do is cut our vinyl. So I'm gonna make sure I cut a nice square of this nice 5-yard vinyl roll. Hopefully you guys can see me cut this. Decent. That's all we need. And next we have the cutting process. So I'm gonna use my handy dandy Cricut mat adhesive, very sticky, so be careful not to drop this. I'm gonna lay this flat. I'm gonna make sure I take my vinyl, make sure it is the side that's dull. Do not do the shiny side. Do not do this side. Do this side. So shiny side down, and then I'm gonna gently place my vinyl on my mat. It is very sticky, so if you misplace it, it can be very hard to reposition. And just like I did just now. Try one more time. Bam, there we go. So we'll send this in here. Buckle that in. And then let's go back to our cutting process. Okay, now that we have our cutter, now that we have our vinyl inside of our cutter ready to go, all we need to do now is press continue at the bottom. Excuse me, I get this on point. There we go. And then once your machine is connected, make sure your base material set is to Vinyl Plus, and you can change that on the node on the actual Cricut cutter. And then let's go to our Cricut cutter. Make sure it says vinyl. Make sure this is on vinyl. You can change the dial, but make sure it's on vinyl for this, because we're working with vinyl. We gotta feed this in again, so make sure you have these in these buckles. This buckle right here and this buckle right here. You hold it and then press the arrow to feed it in. Then we press cut. And then you can just sit there and watch that. And then you can also look at your progress on. Okay, so now that we have our design on our vinyl, the next step is to prepare. And all we're gonna do now is cut that logo out. Make sure you be careful. You don't want to nip the logo, because if you cut it, you're gonna have to make another one. Cool. And then let's do some quick peeling. What I like to do, I like to start with the edge right here. Grab my picker. Peel that off. And then once you get that opening, you're free to use your hand to just peel away. And then get rid of the excess vinyl that you have, which is right here. Take that out. Take that out. Bam. That's one logo done. Okay, for this project, we have two logos. So as you see, you already seen the first sour logo. We're gonna create one more. I'm gonna prepare this next one right now. Placing this on the mat. Make sure I get it even. And then I'll feed it to the Cricut cutter. We need to find our next logo. So let's get out of this screen. So now that we finished, we're gonna get right back to the process of picking our design. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Make sure you get your vinyl off. Peel away. Certain logos you gotta be careful when you peel because certain cuts may come off, so be aware of that. And this design is kind of intricate with the cuts, so sometimes I may lose a couple of pieces, but I can put them back together if I catch them in time. See, like right here, like I just said, one right here. Whenever I have a design that's intricate, I just take my time, and if I miss a piece, I put my finger right over the vinyl as I'm pulling, and I apply pressure and pull back to make sure I grab it. And once I grab it, it's good. It's right back where it needs to be. Bam. Okay, so this is my favorite part of the video. We about to do the pressing. First thing I want to do, turn the heat press on. I have to wait for that to load up a little bit. What I like using for my heat press, as far as temperature, I keep it at 300. And then once I do that, I make sure that it's hot and it's ready to go. First thing I'm gonna do, make sure I layer this out. But Okay, we are back. The heat press is officially heated up to 330. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Surreal logo and I'm going to place it firmly and precisely on my gray hoodie. Usually I'll grab both sleeves to kind of figure out how far the logo is from the center, and then I'll use my sleeves to center it. So this is another technique that I use. Grab both sleeves, pull them outwards, and just try to get it as perfectly centered as you can, so you can see where you want your logo to be placed. I like where I have it at right now, so I'm just gonna go and do this. We're going to press. I also have the second set for 10 seconds because I want a nice firm press. Boom. Cool. And let's peel. Looks good. Now, before I get to show you guys what we have right now, I'm going to use this cut cloth. This is cut from a white t-shirt, and I'm gonna layer it on top of the Sour logo, because what this will do, and I learned this from a good friend of mine, shout out to my brother Kevin from Capital Legends. He showed me how to do this. What this will do is when you layer it on your logo and you press, what this cloth does is it cements your logo in there further. So it helps your logo to become a lot more sturdy on top of the first press and everything. And I'm gonna show you guys what we got so far. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Next, we are gonna do the back, and we're gonna put the back logo on this hoodie, and this will actually complete our hoodie project. So I'm just making sure everything is even. Another thing with hoodies, make sure you grab the strings and pull them upwards, and grab the top of the hoodie and move it downwards into your heat press, so you're completely folding it out and you won't have to worry about anything getting caught up in the press. So next is the home logo, SOR, Surreal Original Raiments. So this is the next, and I'm going to place this firmly the same exact way, but on the back of the hoodie. This is the back side of the logo. Oh, oops, sheesh. Sorry for the shadows. And that, my friends, wraps up this video on how to make a single gray hoodie using the heat transfer vinyl and using a heat press and Cricut cutter. Here's our final product that we have. Sour on the front, SOR on the back. And it looks pretty good. If you can, I don't know if you can tell, but there's certain grooves in here from the cloth that whenever you feel it, you kind of realize, like, okay, you can tell that's not really gonna come off. The integrity is increased with that cloth. So furthermore, that basically wraps up this video on how to create a hoodie from scratch using heat transfer Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. Be on the lookout for more tutorials, and as always, like, comment, subscribe if you found this tutorial helpful in any way, shape, or form. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. More SOR videos and more tutorials coming up on how to use heat transfer and Heatpress. Peace.